Hi there, Gemini. Gemini, it's interesting. I have been feeling almost like a disorganized energy ahead of this reading. So I don't know if that is you or someone that you're dealing with, but I do get the sense that there's a little bit of a chaos in the air. And we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out for you what it is, my Gemini sun, moon, rising, that you guys are feeling when it comes to, you know what, we'll just do, I feel like this time, this is mid-April now. I feel it is April, it is still early April, but the reading is meant for mid-April. Gemini sun, moon, rising, I do feel like you need a little bit of guidance in not just your romantic affairs, but perhaps in your financial sectors as well. So let's see what comes out. We're just going to see what the overall energies are. What is in and around you, Gemini, that is impacting you at this time? Mid-April. Okay. You are, wow. I mean, I don't know if any of you are security officers, but you are being guarded. You're guarding. This is like a Four of Pentacles energy, to put it into tarot terms, but you're protecting your stuff. What are you protecting? Exactly what I said. Your fortune, your luck, your abundance. Not bad. Protect it, okay? Maybe there is a Pisces or someone with Pisces highly aspected in their chart that is around you. This could be the chaos that I was sensing earlier. There's gossip. There's gossip. People are talking about you. Ugh. You know, it is such a low level energy when people gossip because, well, I don't have to say why, but if you would like to ascend to a greater state of being and consciousness, the gossip has to end. Now, this is lovely. You're in a creative space right now, or children might be playing an important role in your lives. Investments too, I see. So that's interesting. I'm gonna get a couple more cards. This is from Intuitive Kev's extra deck. Extra oracle deck. I don't usually use this deck, but I started again today. So let's see what else comes out. What else is going on in my Gemini's worlds? This is a lot of stuff. Okay. Well. Dirt digging. So, you know, maybe I don't know if this is you. I don't think this is you. I think this is people around you being nosy, trying to dig up some dirt because they're gossiping or looking for gossip. Well, we have someone behaving a little bit unstably. You know, that's that. What was I telling you about? That disorganized energy. So someone may have snapped. I am hoping it's not you. Or they may be on the verge of really losing their equilibrium. Now, I do believe God is protecting you, or whoever you believe in, whatever deity or greater power, your higher self, protecting you at this time. Some of you may be dealing with a third-party dynamic, triangulation of some sort. Never a good look. But it could all just be gossip, right? All right, so Spirit, how is Gemini feeling about their lives right now? Their love lives specifically. Oh no, we have the element of Five of Pentacles here, a little bit of poverty, lack in abundance. What else, Spirit? All right. Okay. Yeah, I think that, oof. Some heavy stuff, guys. So there is real love, or was real love, but there's a whole lot of drama around you at this time. If this reading is not meant for you, please do not take it, because I'm getting a very distinct energy of someone who is experiencing some negativity. I think it's people talking. I think voodoo doesn't literally mean voodoo. I really hope. But you know what? If it does, you can easily counteract that by protecting yourself and those you love every night, every day. Just Ask for support from your team, your universal guardians, your guides, your ancestors, angels, God, whoever. Ask for protection. Flying monkey. I think you're just like, who is real, who is not? You're trying to detect. I think slowly you are beginning to realize who is full of it and who is trying to keep you in a state of bondage. You know, this isn't the good kind, guys. This is like, this person is crying. They're really unhappy. They feel trapped. Wow. Some heaviness, my friends, some heaviness. Right away, I am going to ask Spirit to please show us what are the elements in your lives that you need to release at this time in order to feel better about yourselves, really. And yeah, welcome a spirit of love into your lives. Okay, financial issues at the forefront. This is why I was saying I think we need financial and love advice. Karma, non-committal. Okay, so maybe some of you are dealing with the karmic rebalancing. I'm gonna say we just had that full moon in Libra. Either you or the person or people you've been dealing with have been non-committal. One part of your life will always impact another. It's, compartmentalizing is a mental trick, right? A lot of people do it. I have not had the fortune of being able to do that. As an Aries, you can see on my face how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking usually. But I think that if you're dealing with a bit of lack of abundance or feeling a lack of abundance in your love life, that will at some point flow outwards into other parts of your life. Health, career, finance, overall spiritual well-being. That's why I always ask my clients to focus a little bit of their energy on each sector, not just one at a time. Now, when you're setting goals, absolutely focus on one sector of your life at a time in order to achieve goals. But overall, in your day-to-day, don't ever give all your energy to one thing, because you're going to inevitably be taking out of some other buckets, right? And perhaps you have a family. Perhaps you don't get to spend time with them then if you focus all your efforts on gaining material wealth, for instance. And then you'll realize, oh no, I have to patch up my time with my kids now because I didn't spend enough time, and now they feel like all I care about is work. And it's a whole vicious cycle. And then you're going to focus on that instead and all of it. So divide your day up. Divide your day up into pieces and focus heavily. 100% of your attention should be focused on exactly what it is that you're prioritizing at that moment. But in every day, focus across multiple things, okay? Now, you're dealing with some inner demons right now, and I think you know it. This is what I was feeling right before doing your reading, that there's some sticky, it's like a sticky stuff kind of feeling that's clinging to you. But it's not voodoo. It's not someone else's talk or energy. It's coming from inside of you. You need to fully accept your own inner demons and start integrating them into your life in healthy ways, all right? Now, these financial issues, we're going to get to them. Non-committal issues, we're going to get to that. And karma, we're going to talk about this. Karma is never good or bad, guys. It is the sense of justice. It is the sense of balance that this universe has. All right, Spirit. So, okay, I've used these two decks already. We're going to get you some financial advice right away. We're going to tackle issue sector number 1. when it comes to their financial issues, which looks like a lack thereof, because this guy is, you know, he's got his pocket, or he or she has their pocket, they have their pocket turned out and there's nothing in it. So what can we do? How can they help themselves, Spirit? Oh, once you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. Absolutely, guys. I really, wow, it's a really heavy energy, Spirit, but that is, guys, again, a good thing. When you hit rock bottom, you're learning the lessons. Yep, you're now free. I think some of you are feeling, there's too many cards, so I don't know which one was right. Some of you are feeling really heartbroken regarding this financial crisis that you've hit. And let's just face it, the global economy isn't, I mean, I don't want to talk about the you-know-what, but the global economy is really suffering, and so is our, like, global sense of humanity. So really, it's time for you to stop questioning. I see this word, and I feel this is you a lot of the time now. Why? You're asking yourselves, why? Instead of asking why, understand this. This is something that we as humans can't really comprehend fully, because there's a higher justice, one that we are not able to see, one that maybe we don't even get to feel in our lifetimes, right? There's generational karma too. There's a whole thread going through this universe across time and space. Do not dwell on it, because it's gonna make you crazy. All right, unexpected blessings. Honestly, yes, look for these throughout your day-to-day. That can be in the form of a simple hello, of the way a leaf falls in front of you as you're walking, the sound of the birds, just your own heart beating. These are all unexpected blessings. Now, what else? Naive. I like this because, do you guys think, this is like a journal prompt, do you think it's naive to wish upon a star? I really don't. I think it's a sign that you're alive and that you have something to move towards, your wish, your goal. A wish, I don't know. I don't want you to think about the Disneyfied version of what a wish is. I want you to think of what it is to you. What does it mean? Is it a goal? Because usually it is. In my experience, all it is you wanting something badly enough to actually do something about it. Okay. Some of you may be working through issues of anger. I do think that this anger is coming from this feeling that you've hit the bottom. Again, when you hit the bottom, there's only one way, right? There's only one way forward, up. Okay. Now, and the other thing I want you to say to yourselves is, this is the bottom. There is no worse. It cannot get worse. It will get better. As of this moment, things are going to get better. Wow. I don't know where this is all coming. This is Spirit. All right. So Spirit, let's talk tangibly what it is that Gemini can do to, recover from this time of setback. There's always a lesson in everything, guys. Even the worst moments. 6 of Wands. Yeah, rely on not external accolades. Rely on what you think is most precious and powerful and beautiful about yourself. I love this. As I said it, I was like, gosh, I wish the Emperor would come out, and they did. Now, you have the 6 of Man and the 6 of Man. 6 of Wands, as I said, this is about what makes you you, right? From a different perspective. So instead of focusing on how other people view you, how do you view yourselves? The Emperor. This is a card of the Aries. This is the season of Aries. This is me saying it's time for you to find your inner Aries. Yeah, I said it. I am an Aries, so I'm going to say it. What is it that you love about yourself? 2 of Cups at the back. Not what is it that other people love about you, but what is it that you love about you? What makes you you? Focus on that. Your wealth will be generated from what makes you your most unique, powerful selves, okay? Not from copying what someone else is doing. Wow, this is a very, I'm sorry, but this is like a really powerful message you guys are getting, and I think half of it is channeled. Maybe all of it is channeled. The cards are helping me, supporting me in these messages, but I do feel like this is what I was meditating upon for like, I think 2 hours this afternoon. I felt the energies around me, and I was like, what? Whose energies is this? Like, what is happening? Whose energies are these? Turns out it's my Geminis. All right, so let's talk about love. We're gonna switch topics because wow, I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Gemini, how are you feeling? I think I already know. How are you feeling when it comes to love? Oh, someone's caught your eye. Queen of Wands. I do feel that is an external energy right now. 9 of Wands. Someone's caught your eye, and that someone is someone that you have passed with. 9 of Wands means that you have your guards up for a reason. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Okay, there's a little bit of confusion. Your ego is propping you up at this time with the Strength. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign. Yep, Leo. Could be Leo. Could be Aries or Sagittarius as well. But I do feel like you are a little bit lost right now. Don't know how you feel. You do know that you've been like worn out by the whole situation. 9 of Wands. And you find this person absolutely stunning. They captivate you. They're creative. They shine. They're like your muse, perhaps. Or that's how you view them. Your best muse is yourself, okay? All that creativity, all that productivity, that comes from within you. All right? Remember that. It's not from an external party. Okay, so Spirit, the person on Gemini's mind, how do they feel about them? Page of Wands. Okay, that's starter energy. That's like, yeah, okay, let's go out on dates. I'm curious. I'm up for an adventure. Maybe let's watch a movie together, go on a hike. The Devil. Okay, we're going to clarify what the Devil is here. What does the Devil speak of? This is the history between you. 9 of Wands. This is a cycle, the wheel. Okay, so the 9 of Wands with the wheel and the Devil and the Page of Wands. I think that you guys keep going through the early stages of a relationship, right? But it never has gotten off the ground for whatever reason. There's baggage, and this is a cycle. This is a pattern. King of Swords. I feel this is your energy. Are you a person who makes head over heart decisions, but like all the time? And believe me, if you're talking to or thinking of a Queen of Wands, they do not. You guys speak different languages. So whereas one craves passion and fire and like making things together, perhaps, right? The other prefers intellectualizing the arts. You know, it's like when, and I'm just imagining a scenario now, 2 people are at a concert. I wanted to say symphony, but okay, concert together, any kind of concert. And one person, the Queen of Wands type, they are simply feeling the music. They're simply experiencing the sensations, right? Without necessarily putting words to it. Whereas the other is thinking about, and this is where I was thinking about a symphony, the other is thinking about how the different melodies that each instrument plays kind of ebb and flow with each other, how they synchronize, and what does it mean? And the other party is just like, what do you mean, what does it mean? I mean, it's beautiful. What does it matter what it means? It means something different to everybody. So think about that for a second, and how can you better appreciate, you know, whoever you are, how can you better appreciate the other person's perspective and points of view and way of experiencing life? And are you two actually compatible? Because maybe you're not. All right, so dang, I don't know who this is for, but wow, it's powerful stuff today. So Spirit, what do you see happening between Gemini and this person? That they are, apparently, I think you're head over heels about this person, but confused. All right, so Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to each other, but actually, let's clarify before I say that. What are they holding on to, Spirit? Yeah, okay. I think the love, I think each other. Yeah, okay. So, gosh, I do feel like your egos, both of your egos might be at play here. I think the feelings, the King of Cups is out here, the Knight of Cups is out here, okay? This should outweigh, this heart-centered vibration between you, energy, shared energy, right? Should outweigh the rest of it. the communication, the I guess day-to-day acts. But what I see is you need to learn about each other still. So you're both kind of holding on to the differences between you. This Page of Swords is really about early student level knowledge seeking. You guys feel deeply, but the demonstration of that depth will take time. Both of you do, however, want this 10 of Pentacles together. Happy home life. Happily ever after. Happily moving forward, I should say. But you're not talking about it. So if you open yourselves up a little bit more, the heart space, then things can flow better. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to ask Spirit to clarify, and you know, if it tells me differently, then I'll give you a different message, but that's the advice that I'm gleaming. So Spirit, what is your advice for Geminis that are in this situation with someone who is like this Queen of Wands? 9 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords, yeah. Back of the deck, 3 of Pentacles, yeah, it's funny. Maybe you need to take them to a ballet. You can work this out, is what Spirit's saying. Now, 6, 6, and 9, and a 3. These are all multiples of 3. I don't usually do numerology, but the number 3 or the number 6 or the number 9 or 12 may be significant in your connection. This is a relationship from the past, and or for some of you from a past life or lives. This is here to teach you about how to achieve your deepest wish fulfillment by taking not the higher road, the calmer road, the road to, what is the opposite of conflict? Resolution. Something that humanity in general is not so good at. But I bet you guys could be. Now, 6 of Swords. It's really, maybe you need to go on a road trip together. Maybe you need to travel towards one another. physically, but at least emotionally. At this time, focus on the emotions. That's what I'm getting with all this Cups energy. Your acts, your thoughts, they can actually run parallel to what you're feeling, as opposed to in your hearts and souls, as opposed to being like a source of confusion and chaos. They can actually mirror your emotions. Now, once you do that, you guys can and will absolutely work together on something and grow this relationship slowly. All right. So I hope that helps. I don't see any like severe warning signs or red flags here. I think a lot of the chaos that you're feeling, is coming from other people. I didn't get to that gossip and third party energy. Let's talk about it a little bit. Spirit, what is the source of conflict in Gemini's love lives right now? I think this is your own protective barrier. Six of Swords. Yeah, your refusal to go towards a calmer state of being, of existing. Why? Because your guards are up. You're always ready to defend your perspectives, your way of being, your way of doing, what you even think love is, perhaps. Which leads you to being like a Knight of Wands, someone who floats in and out, someone whose energy ebbs and flows. I've used that phrase already in this reading. When you are actually in a flow state with your cups and swords, right? With your thoughts and your heart space, your emotions, your feelings. That's when you're not the Knight of Wands. You actually graduate to the King of Wands or the King of Cups or the Emperor. You're like, actually, yeah, I'll say the Emperor, because you're going to be finally in complete alignment across the board on the inside. And when you are like that, you do not show Seven of Wands behavior. You do not push people away. You actually are fully aware that the only people that are gonna come towards you and have the nerve to come towards you are people who deserve to be in the presence of someone who exhibits their own emperor or empress type energy. Damn. Okay, I love that message. Gosh, it's just the Aries in me. Sometimes she gets really carried away. If you guys would like a personal reading, please check out my my website at icanbecoaching.com under the services tab. Yes, I am a life coach. I am offering a tarot plus coaching session. It's like a limited availability for those. So, you're kind of, a couple of people have booked multiple sessions. I do allow that, but we're not talking like 6 sessions. So 3 max. And then after that, yeah, it's going to switch over to coaching, because tarot can only do so much, right? Tarot is not going to change your lives. Tarot is a way for you to see things in a different perspective. And maybe if it resonates with you, then you utilize the messages, right? To live in a way that's more aligned with who you really are and where you really want to go. So that's why I do them hand in hand. And I don't know why I gave you that spiel, but I feel like for some reason Gemini needed to hear that. Okay. All right. Lots of love. See you later.